So, you've come to Brazil only to realize you don't want to leave, like ever. Then I have some pretty awesome news. There is a way to stay in this incredible country pretty much as long as you want. This is how to score an infinite visa for Rio de Janeiro and Brazil. You may have asked yourself a question, how is this gringo still able to stay in Brazil? This is how.
Ladies and gentlemen, bem-vindo ao Brasil and to a burning hot Rio de Janeiro. Before we get started with this, I need to say, yes, this is really huge news for anyone wanting to spend a lot of time or totally relocating to Brazil.
Yes, this is how your life will look every day.
And yes, it's 100% legal, it's fairly simple, and it will cost you next to nothing. The secret is spelled Digital Nomad Visa. And as far as I know, I'm the only gringo until now to discover this insane way to literally be staying in Brazil for as long as you want. Let's do this.
This news is seriously life-changing. You'll soon see just how much. As you might know, this is my 5th year in Brazil. It started with vacation trips gradually getting longer and longer and then permanent. Since the last few years, I'm calling Brazil my home, and my cold Swedish heart now beats to the colors of yellow and green.
Forever and always, Rio for the win!
And here's the good news, you can do just like me. And yeah, did I tell you getting an infinite visa also costs next to nothing?
I know, staying in Brazil for years without barely paying anything sounds too good to be true. But guys, this truly is for real.
And with stricter rules for Americans, Canadians, and Australians, this visa hack is godsend.
And I can't emphasize enough how excited I am to be the first gringo to confirm this visa strategy really works.
Okay, maybe time to tell us what the whole deal is.
It all boils down to the so-called Digital Nomad Visa. A visa allowing you to stay in Brazil for 1 year as long as you're working remotely.
This is me picking up my first Digital Nomad visa a couple of years ago.
Finally! And more specifically, it's about one magic sentence in the visa rules. Obrigado.
Sorry, it's a little hot here.
A sentence that can be bent to your favor over and over again.
The magic words, the visa can be extended 1 additional year.
This is the easiest way to get permanent residency in Brazil.
And before we get to the good stuff, yes, I do tours, but I also offer help for any kind of Brazilian visa. Tourist visa, investment visa, digital nomad visa, you name it. Check description for details and come join me in paradise. So, what's so great about Brazil anyways? Well, if you're from Sweden, life pretty much sucks at least 6 months a year, and in Rio it doesn't. In Rio, you literally don't even have to own a jacket. You get your daily exercise from walking to the beach bar and a steady supply of that precious vitamin D. And vitamin C, there's plenty of that too. After visiting 91 countries, Brazil is still #1. And since you asked how I celebrated New Year's, yeah, Rio is pretty good at that too. Definitely beats freezing my butt off. But the real deal about Brazil is the people you meet and how easy it is to meet them. 1 second you're in a beach chair and the next you're on the dance floor partying like it's 1999. Any given day in Rio. So, how to get this magic Digital Nomad visa? Well, I did make a full video about it, but here's the short version. The visa allows you to stay in Brazil a year as long as you work remotely and earn enough money. More exactly, about $1,500 a month. First step is to fill in the online application. There's a link in description. Here you will answer some basic stuff about yourself and your family, relationship status, some information about your remote job, and when you're coming. The application is then printed out and supplemented with a photo and your signature. And also a detailed list of all your bank activity over the last 3 months. Yeah, that's gonna be using up half a rainforest. Apart from the application and bank papers, you also need an official copy from the population register, an extract of your criminal records with no offenses, proof of travel insurance, an employment proof with your last salaries, and your passports. Then cram it all into an envelope. Next, grab that envelope and make your way down to your local Brazilian embassy to start the formal application. The application fee will be about $120. If you're already in Brazil or want help with this, contact me directly. But no, it's not over yet. As you arrived in Rio, you will need to pay a visit to Santos Dumont Airport and the Federal Police Office. And before this meeting, there's another bunch of things you'll need to prepare. Hey, it's Brazil. Luckily, there is a guy with a printer and copier on the same floor. Then all you can do is hope for the best and pay the process fee of $40. Godspeed. That's pretty much the whole process.
And in 2 weeks, I come back here and pick it up.
You're now all set for your first year in Brazil. And a year later, you basically repeat the same process. And with 2 years in Brazil, you're in for quite a ride. Actually, living here is a whole other level than visiting for vacation. You might even, just like me, get a new perspective on life and never want to go back again. It's time to see if these words can grant me yet another year. As far as I know, a third year has never been done before.
What do you like most with Rio?
I love the beaches, I love going to samba. Las playas, la gente.
Festa.
La fiesta. Pela açaí, da música boa. E a praia.
Why do you like Rio?
The view.
Yeah, I like the view too.
And yeah, don't move to Rio if you don't enjoy sun, beach, and pass the daily limit of at least 3 caipirinhas. And that's a minimum.
This is where you want to be.
For sure. Come to Brazil, people.
Welcome to Brazil.
Why do you love Ipanema, Rio de
How
Janeiro?
I'll answer that question is you just look around.
Why do you like Brazil?
Because we have caipirinha here. We have caipirinha! It is real good food. Look at it. So good.
That's potato. When I talk to you, it always feels like you're in love with Rio.
Yeah, because every day is a different day here, and this city is crazy. It's amazing.
Yes, Sabrina, I'm inclined to agree. Rio de Janeiro is a pretty amazing place. The only problem is you never really seem to find the time to get proper sleep. There's always the next thing happening.
Let's go. Why do you love Rio and Brazil?
Super cool. And the nature and everything is so amazing.
Why do gringos need to come to Brazil and Rio?
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up.
I'm in Lapa, people, with the Swedish gringo.
That's right, my friends. Nightlife area Lapa is still out there. But you know what I'm saying about coming here alone. Bring a friend with you to make new friends along the way. Or bring me as your party wingman. I also provide safety training, social coaching, and dating strategy for Rio and Brazil.
I just finished a tour with Rickard, the Swedish gringo.
It's amazing, man. 10 out of 10.
His nightlife and daytime knowledge is absolutely phenomenal.
It's been the best time, honestly, guys. You have to get on this shit, really.
Sounds like you're happy with the service provided. It's insane. You have to do it.
And to know what's going on in Rio de Janeiro on a daily basis, don't forget to follow my Instagram account, Swedish Gringo. And between the caipirinhas and tequila shots, I actually managed to send my application for a third year of the digital Nomad visa. It was time to see if I had managed what wasn't believed to be possible, 3 years, which would also prove the visa can be renewed over and over indefinitely. So once again, we find ourselves at Santos Dumont Airport, 15 minutes outside of Copacabana. And I'm a little nervous. If this doesn't work out, I might have to get married.
What you're about to witness might be a historical moment. I might be the first gringo ever to receive the digital nomad visa for a third year, which means forever.
My lawyer Ana Clara already said I'm approved, so it should be all good.
And as far as I know, the card is already there, ready and waiting for me.
But you never know.
If I'm excited, heck yeah! I'm actually kind of becoming Brazilian for real now.
Okay, my heart rate just went up a bit.
Here we go. It's now or never. I am a little nervous.
Olá, acho que tem um novo casal para pegar. Ok, você não pode só pesquisar que tem número de saldo.
Isso? Muito obrigado.
Oh yeah, it's official.
I got it! 3 years in a row, guys. 3 years in a row.
And waiting outside the office for the good news, my lawyer Ana Clara, who did all the work.
Hey you! Look what you got.
I did it! We did it! So, I'm kind of a Brazilian now, aren't I?
Well, yeah, you're closer. Soon you'll be able to require your permanent residence.
I'm never gonna leave this country. And you're saying if I do this for 2 more years, I will automatically be a permanent resident?
Not automatically, but you can require it.
Wow. Just 2 more years, guys. Ana Clara here is actually my personal lawyer and my #1 expert when it comes to everything that has to do with law in Brazil. And I'm gonna be asking her a few questions. I got it.
So it's proven you can apply for the digital nomad visa as many times as you want and eventually become a real Brazilian citizen.
With this digital nomad visa, I can just keep extending forever and just live here as long as I want.
So the visa is renewable, but after the 40-year living in Brazil, you can ask for a permanent residence if you fill the requirements, if you are in compliance with your laws, and if you have the right documentation.
So obviously, I want to become a permanent resident of Brazil. I think you guys figured that out already.
I have no doubt about it.
Is there any language requirements?
There's also a Portuguese exam, yes.
What do you need to know to pass the language test?
So these exams, they are available online, and I can send you the link so you can put in the description of the video if somebody is curious. Some grammar, some text for you to see if you can have a good interpretation.
How hard is this test going to be for someone that's been living in Brazil for 5 years at that time?
I think it shouldn't be hard because you'll be practicing here in many situations, you're talking to natives, so I think it really depends on you.
And if you haven't learned it in 5 years, you don't deserve to be Brazilian citizens.
Damn, we actually pulled this off.
Oi, amigo! Vamos!
Yeah, I haven't stopped using my spy glasses.
Not a problem.
But I can quit anytime I want, I promise. This, my friends, is changing everything. This exact moment, I made a decision that will possibly change my life forever. But before getting to that part, time to celebrate.
All right, gringos, baby. The 2 gringos.
It's about time me and Ryan brought you guys back to the fancy neighborhood Barra da Tijuca and my new favorite club in the area, All In Lounge. This is a little cheaper, little looser, and a little wilder alternative to Vitrini right next door. Party here also starts a little earlier with dance floor filling up just before midnight. And for this video, All In Lounge serves a quite symbolic purpose. With the extra time my new visa bought me, I will be doing just that. Going all in. 'Cause yes, there is another way to be in Brazil as long as you want.
If you don't want to stay in Brazil for 5 years doing a digital nomad visa, is there any other way to get a permanent residency?
Yes, I think the visa that allows you a longer stay is the real estate investor visa. If you invest in a real estate in Brazil, we have something like $170,000.
And then you get to stay. You get a permanent residency.
No, you get a temporary residence of 4 years, and then you can ask for a permanent one.
So, staying with your investment 5 years and not breaking the law, I am buying an apartment, guys.
You can make it. Have a good behavior here, comply with the laws, study Portuguese.
I'm gonna make it.
Okay, hope so.
Yeah guys, I wasn't kidding about buying that apartment. This is all happening as you're watching this video.
Oh yes, these are the huge news I was hinting about in the last video.
I am selling my apartment in Sweden and buying one in Rio.
Which means letting go of things you love.
Bring it out, boys. Bye-bye, my friend. We had some good times together.
Yeah, this got more emotional than I thought.
That was a sad moment.
These 6 packs and 1 small box are literally all the earthly possessions I'm saving from my life in Sweden. I'm gonna need some furniture.
That's the last of it. Now, all in on Rio. See you never, guys.
Nah, you know I love you. I guess it's fair to say the Swedish gringo just got a whole lot less Swedish. To sum it up, there are 3 ways to stay in Brazil indefinitely. The digital nomad visa hack, buying property, or getting married.
Yeah, guys, that's how easy it is to stay in Brazil for as long as you want. After this, I'm counting on seeing a lot more of you guys here in Rio. And if you have any questions about the visa or other legal stuff, check description. Bem-vindo ao Brasil!
That's it for now. Next up, Carnival. God save us. And don't forget to hit me up for some safety training and ground rules before you arrive. It will make your stay smoother and definitely more fun. Also, check description for your copy of my Single Man's Guide to Rio or my Ultimate Rio Travel Guide. Thanks for watching and be safe.